Hey guys, what's going on? I just want to make sure that you guys know that Koi Sports Corner is live right now. This is Koi here in the building. We're going to be going over the major things that happened today on week 7 of the NFL. It was unbelievable. It was disappointing, especially if you're a Niner fan like myself, with what happened with the Chiefs. But we're going to go over all of that and so much more. But I'm just going to dive right into it. The game of the week, rematch of two Super Bowls, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs against my San Francisco 49ers. Now, I was hopeful because we're 3-3, so I'm thinking that we are going to have a sense of urgency, limit our mistakes, hopefully be careful the way we are running up and down on the field. But Brandon Ayuk gets hurt. Brock Purdy is sporadic. He's good, but he can be very sporadic, and the interceptions come along with it. Disappointed with that. And we're playing against a pretty stout defense. I mean, the Chiefs, I'll say this, Patrick Mahomes might be the best quarterback in the league, but they got the best defense for the most part in the league, as in championship defense, to where they'll bend, but they don't really break. They go on the road and beat the 49ers when the 49ers was supposedly the more desperate team. So, disappointed in my team, I think, is an understatement, but I'm not going to panic. Season's not over. We don't play in a very, very strong division. Seahawks look okay, but Cardinals and Rams are, they're not really a juggernaut against us. So we still got a shot to win the division. But it lets me know that right now, at least in this early in the season, if the Super Bowl were right now, we would not beat the Kansas City Chiefs if we were against them. That's for sure. All right. Moving on over to the Saquon Barkley led Philadelphia Eagles. Because, oh my goodness, I would say Jalen Hurts led, but man, when you rush for 176 yards against your old team, you was mad. You was mad. As my boy, I talked to Todd Peterson, Big Dog Todd Peterson, that's usually on the show here, talked to him earlier, and he said, that's that FU. Yeah, that's that FU game. Oh, you ain't want me? As he put it, oh, you didn't want me? I'm with somebody that did want me in the Eagles. And look what, he comes back to New York and embarrasses the Giants. And then you see how the Danny Dimes looks. Man, you mean tell me, and then they end up paying Danny Dimes, the quarterback, and not Saquon Barkley, the running back, even though truly out of those two, Saquon Barkley was clearly the best player for the New York Football Giants. So I guess you get what you deserve. It's happy for Saquon. Because all he ever did for that franchise was, run hard. The highlight of a New York Giants week was Saquon Barkley long run. Other than that, there were no New York Giants highlights for the most part on the shows. And that's who you get rid of. So he's like, and you let him stay in a division. How dumb do you have to be as an organization to not only let him stay in the conference, but let him stay in your own division? You didn't change out your entire playbook for Saquon Barkley. You did not change out the entire thing. So I'm pretty sure he knew some things that are going on right now. That you were not able to just take out of the playbook. He remembered those. So that's recon for his new team now. That wasn't smart at all. That wasn't a good play at all. But speaking of a good play and a good game, good playing from players, and that was the Texans and the Packers game. Oh my goodness. I still love CJ Stroud. They lost today, yeah, but I still love CJ Stroud. I love his competitive nature. I love how even though he's only in his second year, Second year. So let's not, you know, let's not think that, oh my God, he should be, always stellar throughout every game, and he's only into his second year, and he's this or he's that. No, he's still learning, but he's so great at such a young age to where you expect for him to maybe win this game and win that game and win that game. But you have to understand he's still coming along and coming along very well, I might add. So it was just a great game. It was close throughout. Um, the Packers hit the field goal from a kicker they just signed this weekend because man, that rookie kicker that they had drafted this year was trash, and they said we got to get rid of him. And so then they called in Brandon McManus. I think he played for the Broncos. He was a kicker for the Broncos or whatnot. I think so. I'm not entirely sure, but I do remember that name. So he comes in and 45-yarder for the win and hit it twice because D'Amico Ryans was such a great timeout caller. He called the timeout right before the ball was snapped. Right before it was snapped. So, will be perfect icing the kicker type of, initiation or, little thing to pull, but it didn't work for him. It didn't work on McManus, and he drilled it again. So really proud of, really proud how the Packers showed a little tenacity. I still would not take Jordan Love over C.J. Stroud. Sorry. Jordan Love he's good, and he's not sporadic as maybe Brock Purdy, but he can get a little herky-jerky. He can get a little herky-jerky, and that's what concerns me about. That's what concerns me about. That's what concerns me about Jordan Love. But C.J. Stroud, when he gets Nico Collins back, because I think that has a lot to do with it. He has a certain comfort level with Nico Collins. Nico Collins is a big target also, so he covers a lot of mass, a lot of ground, so to speak. To where you can just put it in his radius and he's gonna snag it like a Devontae Adams. He's gonna snag it. He ain't to the level, in my opinion, to a Devontae Adams, Nico Collins I'm talking about, but he's gonna get there, especially with a quarterback like C.J. Stroud. So it was a tough fought game. Packers pull it out in the last few seconds, but you gotta tip your hat off to C.J. Stroud and what they're doing in Houston, man. Just a few years ago, it looked like that franchise was just in a complete dumpster fire. And they've turned it around. So, hats off to the Houston Texans. I think there was, I'm drawing a blank on the last game I had wanted to. I had it written down, but I guess I'm drawing a blank on it. I'm drawing a blank. So, since I'm drawing a blank, I don't want to hold up the video, but I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you guys for spending any time listening to what I have to say. When I have my special guests on, Big Dog Todd Peterson, former offensive lineman for the University of Nebraska on, or when I have my delusional Cowboy fan, Ty Kirby, the one and only Ty Kirby, because nobody can do it quite like Ty Kirby delivers it, and just his flow, his thought process, I love it. So, I appreciate when you give all of us any type of opportunity. So, wanted to say Lions Vikings. That's what I'm sorry guys. I just wanted to mention this real quick before I get out of here. Lions are the best team in the NFC. And I'm saying that over my 49ers. Jared Goff is the truth. He's out for blood. They almost got to the Super Bowl last year. And I think if we don't straighten up our act in the NFC, I think they're going to get over us. I really do. I know all these other teams looking like they might be good, in the NFC North and whatnot. But I think when it comes time to playoff football, our team, we're built for that. And I think that we're going to rise to the occasion. But I do think we got to get our act together. But the Detroit Lions, watch out for the Detroit Lions. They take the lead in the NFC North. They lead the division now. They beat the Vikings on the road in Minnesota. Down a point, a minute and 40 seconds left. I never thought that Dan Campbell and Jared Goff was. I knew in my heart of hearts that they were going to win that game with just being down a point. That's how much confidence I have in Coach Dan Campbell, because he's the kind of coach that I would run through a wall for. He's the kind of coach that I would want to play for. So I had no second guessing that the Lions were going to win that game. So hats off to the Detroit Lions. I just helped want to get that in there, guys. Thank you guys again. I will be back on tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, with Big Dog Todd Peterson to discuss tonight's game and tomorrow's game for Monday Night Football, the two games. Thank you guys so much. And as here at the Sports Corner, as I always say, take care.